Sumaya from the UK.
So my question is just a clarification. Last Saturday I asked you about my period and how it lasted for 15 days, and you told me that I might have miscalculated the time. But I wanted to just clarify that I kept track of the discharges I was getting until it was 15 days. And I told you that the discharges I was getting after the flow of blood has stopped was more yellowish than the usual discharge I get. So it was different to the usual discharge I used to get. So I delayed taking the ghusl until it was clear or mostly clear. And it kept on going like that until like the 12th day. It was mostly clear. I took ghusl, and still I wasn't sure 100%, but I still took ghusl. And then I stopped checking for 2 days. And then the 15th day I checked, and it went back to the yellowish I was seeing. And I took ghusl again because now I'm 100% sure I'm pure because it's 15 days. And then after the last ghusl, 12 days later, I get the flow of blood. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be istihada or period, but it has the characteristics of a period.
The scholars say that the maximum amount of days during a lunar month should not exceed 15 days of your menses. Now, with such complicated issues, we have one of two ways. Either to tell you, consider the new bleeding you had 12 days later to be your menses, and then we will end up by having 18, 20 days over the period of 30 days of menses. Or we would say that you have miscalculated it altogether and there's a mistake. Or we can tell you that you have to treat your menses as istihada because of the prolonged amount of menses and accompanying discharge that takes the ruling of menses, which is approximately 20 days a month. So what does that mean? If we consider it to be istihada, we tell you, do you have previously in your life a fixed number of days that your menses used to come regularly like clockwork? The vast majority of women say yes. On the 3rd of every lunar month till the 10th, I used to get my menses, and then I'm clean until the next month on the 3rd of, or for example. In this case, we tell you, go back to this routine you had and consider your menses only from the 3rd to the 10th. And whatever comes afterwards, consider it to be istihada, take your ghusl and perform your salat by cleaning yourself, making wudu after the adhan of every salat. If you don't have any regular period of menses previously, then we tell you to identify. So these 15 days, you're telling me that 7 days I had the flow of blood, then it turned into yellowish. In this case, consider the 7 days to be your menses. Once it turns into yellowish, consider that not to be your menses because it lacks the characteristics regarding color, smell, and the back pain. And you also clean yourself, perform wudu after the salat is due, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. And have you ever taken a counseling session with me? Go to my website and you will find counseling sessions and apply for one. If you can afford it, that's good for you. If you cannot, you're entitled for one free session. And this is for everybody. If they can affirm by Allah that they cannot afford it because they're poor, I'll give them one free session without a problem, a full half an hour. So come to me and let's speak about it, inshallah, within the following 2 days or 3 days. And bi'idhnillah azza wa jal, I will try and seek Allah's guidance to solve your problem once and for all, bi'idhnillah.